Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here we're really in South Bellevue, but we always say we're in Seattle. We're about, I don't know, depending on traffic, which has gone back to almost normal now. I mean,
maybe for you, not for me.
Oh, you still have, because
I get up so early.
In the morning. What? Yeah, what time do you leave the
house? Today was a little later than expected, 4:20.
4:20. I'm like, there's no coffee shops open at 4:20.
They are barely. There's like
really?
one or two, but I get it for free here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. There's a lovely the Hubbard station family. They offer a nice cafeteria room with food. I mean, you have to pay for it, but there's free coffee.
Right. Yeah, I'm my own barista.
Oh yeah, you are.
I do. I have to maintain. I actually maintain the machine.
Oh, do you really?
For the most part, yeah. Because I'm usually the first line of defense for a lot of the morning crews here. So I'm like, if I need it, they need it. I might as well jump in there and do it.
Well, thank you so much, because sometimes I do have the decaf. I can't talk this morning. I needed my decaf.
Yeah, right.
Mocha, whatever they call it. Yeah, and it's very delicious. So thank you. I don't know what's in it. I don't want to know, but it really helps on those mornings.
That's good. Well, I need a second cup.
Yeah, I need a second cup today. I'm having my peppermint tea. Probably not the best choice.
See, that's what I'm waiting for when the season. I mean, I'm not a huge pumpkin spice fan. I know some people, because
you mentioned that
first day of fall was yesterday. It's first day of fall, everybody. Okay, if you haven't checked your calendars, I'm not a huge fan, but it's completely in the room in our cafeteria room, but I'm waiting for the peppermint one to come in, like those flavors, because I'm a huge fan. They should.
Okay,
I gotta make a call. If I know somebody. I mean, yeah,
because Jen and I will be looking for that. Sometimes we do have what we call the cheap cup of coffee that's free, that we appreciate very much.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It actually tastes good. And then we always go to a coffee shop right after the radio show, and then we have breakfast and a really, really good cup of something.
Totally.
Okay, so there's something really interesting happening in the cosmos right now, right? I talked about it in my...
Wait, is it uh-oh or uh-oh?
Both. It's both. I talked about it in my Energy Tip Thursday, which we'll upload today. And always know, if you follow me on Instagram and you like the Energy Tip Thursday videos, I do a longer version on my YouTube channel. So if you want more information about what I just talked about for like 3 to 5 minutes, then you can go to YouTube and get it for 7 to 12 minutes. You get a little extra more. But there's something happening in the cosmos right now where a lot of people are going to be waking up from a stupor. It's as if Neptune, the planet of illusion, has been blindfolding everyone for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. So let's say the last year or so. And in some cases, whatever you're going to be waking up from, perhaps you've been blinded your entire lifetime, maybe even multiple lifetimes. So something is happening in the cosmos where we have this incredible opportunity to second guess, to become curious about something that we believed to be true, right? And it could be even, from a social perspective about gender or age or something like that. But for a lot of people are going to be waking up soon and be very, very shocked with their belief system, what they've been doing lately, choices that they've made. It's going to be a very interesting time between now and the end of October.
I could name a couple of people already that I know who are blindfolded at the moment. So they should be opening up their eyes to certain things.
I hope their blindfold. I hope their blindfold falls off. And
me too.
But those are weird moments. Those are weird moments in people's lives. Those are really actually moments of consciousness where you're no longer believing some obscure thing that is actually holding you back. So certainly we could think of serious topics that we could talk about, but it could even be something as simple like I always talk about Charles, my dog, who wanted to come to the station today, but he can't.
I've got to get some clearance on that kid.
Could you please?
I'm trying.
Work on it. Since nobody's really. Oh, I know it's not you. Nobody's really in the building. I mean, literally, nobody is in this building.
Just sneak
pretty much
through the fire.
Yeah, maybe. Escape. Yeah, I just got in a little bit of trouble the first and only time I brought him to the studio because he's not.
Those people aren't even here anymore.
I know, I'm like,
They're not even here anymore.
But we do video this,
That's true.
At any rate, I never got a dog, right? Everyone knows I've talked about this to death. I never got a dog. I deemed myself a cat person. And then for whatever reason, I finally reevaluated this old belief that doesn't make any sense any longer because I really love being a dog owner. I love having dogs. I can't imagine not having a dog. So it could be something that seems somewhat benign and simple and not as serious as changing something political, right, in your life, because that's kind of a big thing that we're all staring at with, oh my gosh, maybe everyone will wake up. I don't know to what degree this awakening is going to occur. It's going to be individual for each person based on your sign and your rising sign when you were born and how Neptune is affecting your chart, how it's going to come into your life. But a lot of people are going to have awakenings. And when you have an awakening, it changes your life. And just know that when you have a major belief on something like me thinking that I don't like dogs or I'm scared of them. I mean, Benny, if you've seen me run from a few tiny little dogs screaming my head off, you would have been laughing, because that's what I would do
Their
sometimes.
Bark is bigger than their bite.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could probably outrun the cute little things.
I don't know, man. They are pretty quick.
They are fast. Lucy and my daughter's Pomeranian is going to come and stay a week for me because they're going to go on vacation.
So you have a protector.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be like little dog versus little dog.
Yeah. And Charles loves her. So they're going to be,
Oh, they'll be in their own little,
Yeah, they're going to be having so much fun.
Comfort bin.
Right, they are. But whatever you have a belief about that you don't know right now, you don't know. You're just starting to wake up to this thing, whatever it is. There are going to be many, many smaller beliefs attached to it. So you're going to be dissolving something big that you thought was 100% true that you're going to find out is not, never was, ever true. And then there's going to be all these little beliefs that are tied into it. Like I used to think that dogs were really dirty. No, I've decided my cats are disgusting creatures. Dogs, not so much. You can even give them a bath. You can send them to the groomer. Charles lets me clean his paws, when it's raining or dirty outside. Yeah, I mean, cats, I have now
Have you ever tried to bathe a cat?
I have bathed a few cats, and it is very difficult. I mean, you come out with scratches all over your arms, right? Yeah, so that's kind of our tip for the day. And it'll be very interesting to see what pops up into someone's consciousness that changes their perception about their reality.
Right.
Okay. So we're taking calls today, right?
We are. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. We will conclude our Marie's Animal segment and move on with our callers who have been waiting patiently for us. So we will start things off with Eva calling in from Fresno, California. Is it Eva or Ava?
It's Eva.
Hey, Eva. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you.
Hello. What can we do for you?
Okay. So I was hoping to get a general reading and some guidance on how to get out of this funk I've been in. So many years ago, I worked on my health. So I had been struggling with autoimmune thyroiditis, and I was sick for many years, and I was pretty much exhausted with the conventional medicine route. So I went to a functional medicine doctor who helped me over the course of like 2-3 years. Heal my gut infections and all that. The problem is I healed my physical body, and then as soon as I started to feel so much better, all this emotional stuff started pouring out of me. I started to get anxiety. I didn't know what was going on. And even now I'm getting, I feel like I'm always emotional and on the verge of breaking out in tears, and I don't necessarily have anything to link it to.
Right. Right. I completely understand. So do you want me to tell you now what I think is going on?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you for sharing your story. I'm very sorry for what happened. I'm so glad you found a great doctor. So here's the deal. Autoimmune disorders, and I mean all of them are connected to negative thinking. So when we look at the human auric field, so there's an aura that surrounds your body, and the third layer, which is from a textbook perspective, is about 3 feet away from your physical form. It is called the mental plane. And all of your thoughts live on this plane. And you've been a negative thinker your entire life. In fact, I mean no disrespect when I say that, by the way, lots of people are. And in fact, when I look into your past lives, because your energy lets me easily look into previous lifetimes, you have good reason to have negative thoughts. There were some very difficult past lives. I think probably some of your most recent lifetimes, at least the ones that I can see, were like during the dark ages where Didn't matter what you did or what you said. Most people died horrifically. Life was not fun for anyone. And so you've encountered some pretty dark moments in life, and of course, which are not happening in the physical realm for you like they were in those centuries, the dark ages. Mm-hmm. But you haven't learned, and this is critical, you haven't learned how to manage your mind. And you, like many, many human forms on the planet, believe that they can't manage their mind, and their mind is this intelligent, amazing creature that they have to give free range to. And that is completely untrue. All of our brains need to be managed. They need to be grass-fed in a pasture where you can't get out. In other words, you have to treat your brain like a dog. You have to manage your mind and communicate to yourself all the time with love and compassion and niceness. That's what we have to do with dogs. If we want them to behave, we have to go, oh, leave it, good boy. And then we have to give them a treat to keep them to come back to us, or drop the battery that they got in their mouth. I'm just thinking of something Charles had in his mouth.
How do I do that? Because I've been meditating for several years. I feel like I'm positive. I do like my manifestation practices. Good.
It's a great question. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my tea because I thought you were going to say more. So,
okay.
So yes, there's several tricks. In fact, last night I was teaching my vibrational coaching program, and I was speaking to them about layering, which is something that I didn't realize that I just naturally do and have been doing probably since I started to recognize that I'm psychic. Because I know that psychic energy is at a high frequency, and everything we want in life exists in a high frequency. When we think negatively, we lower our vibration, and then we experience things that we don't want to experience. So I think you're a very visual person. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right. So this is for all the visual people who are listening to the show. But if you're auditory or you're a clairsentient kind of being, you're just going to have to modify what I'm saying based on, the type of person you are. So I think you're highly visual. That means when you walk into a room, you look. Some people walk into a room listening. Some people walk into a room feeling. And some people walk into a room smelling, quite frankly. And what you want to do is manage what you focus on. So you're not allowed to focus on things that are displeasing to you. I don't care what they are. Like, I could tell you, because I'm very visual like you, where all the scuff marks are in my house. And I try to close my eyes when I walk up the stairs. I mean, not really, because I don't want to fall down the stairs, but the trim on the stairwell could be painted right now. I don't like scuff marks. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to visual things. So I train myself to focus on the art that's on the wall, and to really, I have to really focus on this one painting at the top of the stairs when I'm walking up the stairs, so I don't lower my frequency by looking at the scuff marks. So one of the ways that you can start raising your energy is train your brain and your eyeballs to only look at things that are pleasing. That means you're going to have to find out what are all the things that are pleasing for you. And then train your eyeballs. This will lift your frequency. And then when you start to think negatively, I don't care if it's something real or imagined at all, I want you to stop your mind and focus on something that makes you happy. That's what managing your mind looks like.
Okay.
Okay. And you have to do this for the rest of your life. Everyone has to do this for the rest of their life. We, as a conscious group of people, we want to evolve and expand and be multisensory. So we all have to stop looking at, stop listening at, stop feeling negativity, because somehow the human race has trained themselves to only focus on negativity. Listen to the news. There is never, hardly ever, any positive remark made in the media. And not only is that happening, but they repeat every negative news cycle as often as they can, over and over again, hundreds of times a day. So,
okay. And
yeah,
do you think that there's like some emotional trauma I'm storing and not?
No, I
okay.
don't. And not from this lifetime. I think there's probably some stuff from some previous lifetime. And so that's what humans do, is they analyze and process so much information until the cows come home. If there is something, you're not going to have an awareness of it until you can become present, till you can manage your mind. And then if there's something that you need to work on, your higher self will bring it to your attention, and then you can work on it. So, but I get a big no. You can make things up, which most people do, by the way, all the time, constantly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got your homework, and see, your energy is already elevated. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. And So is there a name for this?
I call it layering. I made it up because
layering.
and there is a video on my YouTube channel that you can go watch about it. But yeah, it's just something when I was teaching, when I was writing the outline for the vibrational course that I teach, I realized this is what I do naturally. And so then now I teach it.
Okay, that makes sense because like everything is fine in my life, and not everything's perfect.
Right.
I mean, I have no reason to be anxious or depressed or
it's a habit.
Emotional.
Yep, it's a habit. Okay, well, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Eva, for calling in from Fresno, California, 877-825-8828. And are you good on your headphones and all that? Or you're just waving to the camera?
I'm waving to the camera.
Right. Just double checking, making sure you're good.
How are our YouTube listeners doing?
They are doing fantastic. We are looking good. We got some great people watching us. Some George, he's from Arizona Canyon Country.
Yes.
Says hello.
Hello, George.
And we've got some other great people watching. So 877-825-8828 if you want to get into the show. We'll take one more before our first break. And it will be Amy from San Diego. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Benny. Hi, Marie. Nice show again.
Great. Thank you so much. What can I do for you?
I want to ask clearly if I can get some guidance on whether taking these courses.
Can't hear you right now.
She just broke up there for a minute there.
Hello.
Did we get you back, Amy?
Hello.
Amy.
Hello.
All right, let's do this.
I think she had headphones on or something.
It's possible. Let's jump to another call. We'll double check. We'll run back up to Amy. We'll take Anna calling in from Bellevue. Hi, Anna. Anna,
Hello.
are you there? Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Return caller, and Marie, I've had a chance to work with you personally.
Oh, thank you.
I'm about to go through a new move.
Okay, where are you going to move?
I'm going to move to Wilburton, right next to the Botanical Gardens.
Oh, wow. Wilburton, where?
Washington,
so in Bellevue, you're going to move. Yeah. Oh, so it's just like an area. Oh, so that is a gorgeous
it's a little
spot.
nook right by the Botanical.
That is such a great spot because you're up. So I love to always live in some elevated space. For some reason, I just love being up. That is gorgeous. How fun is that? I've never even thought about living in that little nook. I'm going to be checking out that place. Okay, so do you have a question?
Yes. So the place I've been living has been quite challenging for my health, and also my career has had quite a bumpy ride. So I'm wondering if this new place will be good for me for both my health and career, and if there's any leaks that I'll be healing when I go.
You do have a large leak in the root chakra. And so I would work on, because remember I was just talking about layering here on the show?
Mm-hmm.
So you are a clairsentient person, probably the most difficult to rein in about raising your frequency, because clairsentient people, and everyone is doing this, whether they're visual or auditory or even using the olfactory, their smelling sensation, which is a smaller percentage of individuals. But clairsentients are the most challenging because they're feeling their space all the time, and they're doing it out of fear. They're trying to protect themselves. Fear is an illusion. We're not supposed to protect ourselves. So in order for you to move forward in your life and have the experiences that you're going to have to stop feeling that things are not good. And you do this all the time. Now, and you can disagree with me, by the way, about anything. So one of the interesting things about intuition, if you are not supposed to live a certain place or whatever, if there really is something wrong with a building that you're about to go into or something of that nature, the universe would communicate that to you. And of course, you can only really hear, see, or feel the universe when your energy is elevated. You can't hear them very well or feel them when your energy is low. But they would never do it in a negative way. The universe doesn't believe in negativity. It doesn't think that anything's wrong. It's not upset about war, crime, or famine. So it would never try to scare you or say, don't go there. So first of all, when those things happen to you, that is not your intuition. You are in your ego, and fear and ego are the very same thing. And so moving forward, you're going to have to stop feeling out for negativity as you move upon the planet. So what I would love for you to do is stay in your body. So clairsentient people have to learn to really stay in their body. Their energy leaves their body often because they're running around trying to feel everything to make sure it's safe. And they have to stop doing that.
Well, that's definitely how I operate. I am
I know.
constantly in feeling mode and getting back into my body. One of the reasons I'm moving to the gardens or close to the gardens is for that very reason.
I know. So instead of taking that whole problem with you, you've got to change your tune here. You've got to stop vibrating your energy in fear, because when was the last time you were jumped or robbed or hurt? When was the last time?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. Okay. So you do have an actual reason, right? Like, so 5 years ago you were robbed?
Yes.
And was it your house robbed, or what, if you don't mind?
My car was broken into.
Okay, well, no big freaking deal. That happens all the time. You live in a city. So nothing really happened to you. My house has been ransacked, actually. And my kids, when they came over, because I called them, the police were at my house. I was actually traveling, and I come home, and luckily my youngest was at school. She was a student at the U at the time. And I walk in, and I'm a little slow sometimes. I was like, Mina must have really needed her passport, because the house was kind of trash. And then I realized, oh no, because my jewelry was gone, and I'm like, oh, okay. And so when my kids came to the house, I thought I was going to be very upset, but I wasn't. I was like, I'm just so glad nobody hurt the house and nobody got hurt. I was upset that they stole my teapot. I think they're going to do some freebasing on my electric teapot burner plate.
Oh boy.
And so I did cry a few tears about that, not my jewelry, honestly. And my girlfriend went straight to Crate and Barrel and bought me a teapot and came straight over to the house and made me some tea, which was very sweet. So these things happen, but you weren't hurt. Things can be replaced. I bought new jewelry. I had so much fun doing it. In fact, my kids have said, Mom, we think you should stop buying jewelry now. So don't get focused on those things happen, but you weren't hurt. Nothing happened to you. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, and is the root chakra leak tied to that worry? Or?
Well, the root chakra is tied to fear. So your root chakra, not only does it leak, but it's enlarged. So I like to see the root chakra because, they turn into cones when I see them. I would love it to end right around mid-thigh. So the tip would be in the pelvic floor, and then it ends right around mid-thigh, but yours ends below your feet. So it's very large, which is an indicator of fear. And I think you've had fear since childhood. I think this is a past life thing. And there's probably a really logical reason besides the fact that someone broke into your car. I am sorry, but it happens to almost everyone. It's happened to almost everyone probably on the planet who lives in a big city. And then the leak is just more fear for you. Okay? Now you've got your homework.
Okay.
Stay in your body and feel all the good stuff.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. And have fun in your new place, your new residence.
Thanks, Anna, calling in from Bellevue area, 877-825-8828. Freeze open a line here at the show, and hopefully we'll get Amy back from San Diego. Until then, we're going to take our first break of the hour. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
You've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. You have to carefully monitor your health for the rest of your life. And you have an increased risk of developing cardiovascular disease.
Cut. Take 2. Action.
You've been diagnosed with a new purpose: to fight for the amazing life you made for yourself. To look that risk of heart disease square in the face and say, no, not me. You've been given a new opportunity to live. Get started at NoDiabetesByHeart.org.
Have something important to say? Want to help improve our world? Need to promote your business uniquely and effectively? KKNW is the answer. Our staff helps broadcasters and podcasters create professional sounding audio. Bring your talent and let our experts help you craft a radio show or podcast that best delivers your message. Learn more at 1150kknw.com. That's 1150kknw.com. KKNW, talk variety that's live and local. Giving local voices a chance to shine. Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to the
Is that what
Romantic
you
Church.
think?
I was thinking, I forgot to send you commercials.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's why we're in short
been
breaks.
So busy. I know. I was like, oh, the break's over already.
Yep.
We are so busy because I'm preparing for doing a class on the Ship Network, and they have a lot of fun things that they want me to do. So on top of my regular job, I'm doing another job. So we're sorry, Benny, we forgot to send you commercials and a bunch of other things.
Okay.
So we apologize. I will, Jen and I,
okay
I'll do it today because I've done some things that I normally do yesterday. So I'll get that done for you.
It's all good. I'm not worried about it. I
All
know
right,
where you
but
live.
I'm so you know where I live. Yeah.
Totally fine. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. I'm looking on the YouTube. You guys can join us on the YouTube as well. Find out Marie's show and or 1150 KKNW. And the show is streamed live right now. We had a question calling in from Casey Manuchehri.
Pretty.
Manuchehri. We'll go with that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What is your view on family lineage history?
Yeah.
Oh, family lineage healing. Excuse me.
Not much.
Okay.
I think it's
That was
kind of a
easy.
waste of time.
Okay.
We don't really always reincarnate with the same people. In fact, DNA in the spiritual realm is not even considered of any importance. What's considered real family is if you feel loved and adored and cherished, then you're surrounded by real family, and they may share DNA with you. That's like winning the lottery, I think, especially as long as Hallmark is going to continue to create cards that tell us that we are supposed to have these particular relationships with some of our DNA, which some people luckily have. Like, I think my kids are really lucky, and I feel very lucky to have them. We have this great relationship, but not everybody has that in their family, lineup. So I think it's kind of a waste of time.
Okay.
That's just my personal feeling.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sending along the message, Casey. And then we'll take now our caller, Kate, who's calling up from Florida. Hi, Kate.
Hi. Hey, Benny. Hey, Marie. I hope you guys are doing great.
We are. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Good. I'm calling with a career question, Marie. I have been the past 20 some odd years in a pretty senior role in corporate America, and I have just been feeling more and more and more frustrated and just bad attitude. Just towards my work. I just feel the lack of recognition, lack of feedback.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I am the breadwinner in my family, and so just quitting like I'd like to do some days is not necessarily an immediate option, but I have had this nagging desire to go solo and go do my own thing.
I think you should.
Yeah.
So what happened is you were already more conscious than the corporate organization that you work with, but you had a lot of fun with them for a long time because you guys could work as a team and get a lot accomplished, and new things have been fed into the corporation based on your creative thinking and your enthusiasm. So it's wonderful. But now you've outgrown them, like they aren't continuing to grow with you. And that is not a bad thing. It's just a part of reality. It's just a sign from the universe going, hey, you can continue to do this and be frustrated. Like, I really thought I was going to train nurses to do energy work in the hospital. That's what I thought. And it became clear to me within a year, like, that's not going to happen. I was only allowed to actually lead meditation groups for staff and patients and family, which was wonderful, but that was it. That's all I could do. They wouldn't let me do anything else. So the universe is just telling you, babe, this is done. It's over with. Get on a new bus and go have some fun. So it's time for you to either do what you were doing as a contractor or find something else that you really like to do that makes you super happy. And I would love for you to spend some time investigating that. What brings you joy? And don't get caught up in, a lot of people when they're trying to change their career, they're analyzing and processing it. Well, if I do this, I could make this amount of money.
Right.
Don't do that, because if you're doing something that brings you joy, you will make the resources that you can, because you're going to be in a very high receptivity experience, and to take wealth in your life is a receptive experience. I do think, even though you're the breadwinner, and I appreciate that your partner needs to help out a little bit more.
Okay.
I do think that,
Okay.
Because you would.
Yeah.
If roles were reversed, you'd say, oh, what can I do to help bring some more assets into our family, while you figure out what you want to do. Right. So I would have a little chat with your partner about that, if that's, doable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And my guides are supportive of this. There's
What do you think? I always feel like I'm communicating from the guides always. I mean, your guides have been knocking on your door for at least 5 years on this topic.
Yeah.
So they are beyond supportive and waiting. They're tapping, waiting for you to make a move. Okay.
Got it. Thank you for affirming.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you, Marie. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Kate, for joining us from Florida. 877-825-8828 is the number. I don't know where I did that. Samantha, save me. You're calling in from Seattle. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you, Samantha?
So last week I went in to see a naturopath because I have felt like I've been struggling from anxiety and depression and wanted some tools to work with it. And her approach was to do a blood test. And with that, my tier 9, I think it's like levels were high and my hum levels were high for my kidneys. And then my white blood cell count was high and my thyroid levels were low. So I wanted to see if you could tune in today and give me some insight of your thoughts.
Well, I mean, that all makes sense to me. The adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys. And when we have a lot of anxiety, we activate our adrenal glands, right? So I'm sure she has some great supplemental ideas for you to do. But just like I think it was our first caller, I'm not sure, you have to stop thinking negatively. And you've been doing it for a while. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. So maybe you can figure out if you're this visual person when you walk into a room or you're an auditory person, and train your mind not to focus on the problems or what you have decided is a problem, because even the scuff marks on my wall are not a problem. Probably nobody else can see them but me, right? So they're not a problem. But if I'm focusing on them, it's lowering my frequency. So for most people don't have real clinical anxiety. They don't have like a chemical, just situation that can't be treated, with just changing their mind. Most people actually don't have anxiety. Only a small percentage do. But if you're focusing on negative things and you keep routing that through your brain, who wouldn't become anxious? Who would not? Everyone would. And that's what people do. And unfortunately, that's why we have a lot of people medicated, which of course your naturopath won't do. She's just going to give you herbs. And maybe even if you start doing what we're talking about, you won't need very much treatment, if any. The brain is so powerful. It's just incredibly misused in the human realm. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
I'll work on it.
Thank you. Have a great day. All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Sam, for joining us from the Seattle area. Local girl. Gotta love hearing that. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. And let's lock in so we don't lose. It'll be Sabina calling in from San Carlos, California. Hi, Sabina.
Hi, Benny. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Sabina.
I am calling today just for a general reading, wondering what my chakras
are
look like,
doing?
what my angels and guides might have to say.
So have you been stressed lately?
Well.
I mean, I don't want to bring anxiety into your energy.
There's like a low-level stress that I've experienced during this whole pandemic with everybody in my home that I haven't like fully, let myself admit to.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's just never not getting like enough alone time. I mean, now it's better that my kids are back in school, but
yes.
Okay, bye. Go to school.
Yeah, I know.
Mama needs some time.
I've done a lot of private sessions with people sitting in their cars lately because they have no privacy in their home. So that could be anxiety causing. I'm going to be having some family land in my home for 5 to 7 weeks while they get their house remodeled, including a toddler. So I might be doing some Airbnb on the weekends. I might be just like, I'll be back. I'll see you in a little bit. We'll see what happens. So yeah, sometimes it can be kind of challenging. But you're leaking from your root and your seventh. So these two, the first chakra and the seventh chakra, are pairs for each other. They meet multidimensionally right around the third. You're taking energy in your second and your third, which is excellent, including your fifth, your sixth, which is also wonderful. You also have a leak in your fourth. So the first, the fourth, and the seventh are the three chakras that take in the most amount of energy in the body. The fourth takes in the absolute most out of all of the 7 primary chakras. And then the first and the seventh take in, the second highest amount of energy. So you do have leaks in these really important vortexes. So what can you do to get that downtime that you apparently need that you haven't been getting? What can you do?
Good question. I don't know. I'm just working on that daily. I think, Yeah, I'm highly sensitive and empathic, and I think I've sort of maybe subconsciously taken on like a lot of like the world problems. And,
yeah, I would not do that. Yeah, empathic people are not here to, hurt their own being to make everyone else better. Empathic people are here to really make themselves very joyful and then do things that bring them joy. And that could be helping others, but only if it brings them joy. Like I was a nurse because I actually like putting IVs in. I like taking out sutures. I liked helping doctors do lumbar punctures. I enjoyed that. So unless it makes you super happy, don't do it and don't try to do it. Let someone else who's really good at it do it, right?
Yeah. Could these leaks have something to do with, well, my back's been kind of tight lately. I mean, do I just need to get back to yoga and take Epsom salt baths, or
I would say yes to those
physically
things.
Wrong?
I don't think there's anything physically wrong. I think you need to find a way to recharge your energy and stop taking care of everyone in the family and then trying to heal the world. Our earth was created to be the way it is. There's nothing wrong with Earth. It's, if there was, the universe would fix it. But the universe actually likes the way Earth is. And clearly, so do 7 billion souls of human origin, because this is a very popular destination. You can get a lot done in, 65, 80, or 100 years, depending on what the average lifespan is, right? So a lot of souls come here to experience contrast so they can get clarity and make better choices. So maybe honor the problems on the planet and don't take them personally.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Marie.
Have a great
I always
day.
appreciate your direct response.
I know, I'm so direct. Thank you. I'm glad you do.
Yeah. Thanks, Sabine, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. Second break of the hour already happening right now.
What?
I know. You just fly through all these callers.
Good. I'm glad we are today. That's great.
They appreciate it. So we'll be right back with more from Marie.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association and the Washington State Secondary Athletic Administrators Association.
Time is funny. Sometimes it seems fast and other times slow. When it comes to time slots remaining on Alternative Talk 1150, time is running out. In fact, there are just a few primetime slots available. So if you want to host your own radio program, the time to call 425-653-1150 is right now. Nope, no time for excuses. Dial 425-653-1150 to find out how affordable it can be to host a radio show. Alternative Talk, we have an opportunity waiting just for you.
If you talk and they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy. So we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Make us part of your daily routine. Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. Love Whitney. Danced a lot to her music.
I roller skated to that.
Oh, did you?
So fun.
So
Still to this day. Give me some skates. Send them in, people.
Yeah, I have lots. I have rollerblades, but I want to go to a roller rink because
they're kind of like going
I know. I
away.
think they're gone because it feels like it's safer. I mean, when you're outside, I mean, you can like trip over concrete.
Yeah, right.
I've broken a wrist in a rink and on concrete. So so apparently I need to wear wrist guards whenever
Well,
I
safety
go
first. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
safety first. Okay.
Well, there's a couple that have shut down, of course, with post-pandemic and current pandemic, I should say. They can't stay open because, that's a...
Oh, right. You can't be there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You can't really 6 feet
No
that.
snowballing going on.
Well, you could 6 foot it, like
Yeah.
you'd wear those, those bubbles that you can wear, like the bubble ball thing.
Yeah,
like,
you could wear that.
Where everyone would have one. That might be a mess on the rink, though, so to speak. So 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We actually, I'm going to flip back over here to the YouTube. Jill McFarland wrote in, and she had a question on how do you manage the mind while you are dreaming?
Such a great question.
Her dreams can be so negative.
I'm not a dream expert. I've interviewed a few.
There's a couple on the station here if you want to look up our website.
Yes, love it. And most dream experts believe that whatever you're experiencing in your dream, it's like you're having some psychological release. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're having chasing dreams, that means you have some anxiety you need to deal with when you're awake so that you're not having to deal with it while you're asleep. So also know that scary dreams, all dreams, they're not literal. They mean something else. And what they ask you to do is to, when you wake up, write down as much of the dream as you can.
A dream book.
A dream book. Yeah, there's beautiful dream books. But write down as much as you can. And then ask yourself, how were you feeling in that dream? Because sometimes when we wake up, we go, oh my God, that was horrifying. But you may not have actually felt that way at all. And weird things can mean, here's an example. My brother had a dream that one of his kids died, right? And he was very scared. He woke up, he calls me, he was terrified. And I said, no, honey, this is because your kid's now independent, moving away. And to you, it's like this emotional death. And he goes, oh, okay. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. So it's never literal. I think that's an important concept so that we don't react to whatever we think happened in that dream.
Yeah, different interpretation.
Yeah.
I've had, to be honest, some really good dreams lately. So
yeah,
I don't know what's going on there. I mean,
like it.
I can't tell about them on the air.
Okay, don't tell us.
Right.
Don't
My
tell
dreams,
us.
not yours, people.
But we're glad that they're good dreams.
I like them. Really good.
You are cracking me up. Okay, who do we have next?
We'll take Lauren calling in from the Connecticut area. Did that on purpose.
Lauren.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm so excited to call in.
Is this your first time calling?
My heart's racing. I just found out about you about a month ago.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yep, and I've listened to a bunch of your YouTube videos, and I even made a private appointment. You're 11 months out, so I'm going to see what I could work on until next August.
Great.
When we have a one-on-one.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you for waiting for your
You're
session.
welcome. And basically, from what I've heard, I'd like if you could do a reading on my overall health.
Yeah.
To give you a little background, most of my life I felt I've been very physically healthy.
Yeah, you have been. Yeah.
Okay. But then in 2018, stuff started happening where I've had prolapse.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And then I had to have my uterus removed.
Oh. Well, this year we're done with it,
Yeah, and that was fine. And then I've had, all of a sudden now, my shoulder surgery 2 months ago because I tore my rotator cuff.
I'm so sorry. Dang it.
Both my knees, I have meniscal tears and arthritis. So here I've come all of a sudden, and then I can't exercise much, so the weight's coming on. I don't know if you see anything that I could work on or if it's just age-related.
Well, I don't believe in age-related things, honestly. I don't. Have I experienced them? Of course, but I don't believe in them. I think that's part of our mind. I can't say the word that I would like to say associated with that at all. Benny would be really mad at me if I said that word.
Thank
It's
you.
a great word, though. At any rate, there's something that I think you could do, but you're going to have to ask your doctor first. Have you had the meniscus repairs done, or are you not going to have them done?
Not yet, because where I go, they don't want to do the meniscus. I'm having injections in both knees next week.
Cortisol,
and
right?
I've already had injections twice in each knee. I've gone through physical therapy, and if this doesn't work down the road, they're talking about full joint replacement.
That's why I want you to ask your doctor first before you do what I'm going to recommend for you. I want you to ask your doctor because we need to get your muscles moving. That's what needs to happen, right? In your whole body. But maybe you can do it from a plank perspective. There's these platforms that move. There's different ones that you can buy. There's ones that the stars use that are very expensive, you know, and then there's stuff that regular folk can buy, you know, like from Amazon. There's tons of them. I actually, and they probably should pay me to say this, but I love Life Pro. They have these plates, they auscultate. They go up and down and they go back and forth. And when you stand on them or do a yoga position or do a plank with your hands on them or push-ups with your hands on them, it shakes your muscles and it allows your muscles to contract. So it starts to build your muscles, that's what you need. You need your muscles built. That's why you had a prolapse, right? And it actually works great for the pelvic floor, which is fantastic. There's even a YouTube video where you just sit down on a couch or a chair and put your feet on it while you're sitting down. And then it actually strengthens the pelvic floor. But luckily, when you use these platforms, and there's many different kinds on the market, just because I have one that I described doesn't mean that that's the right one. That's just the one I decided to buy for myself. They go at really easy speeds too, and then really high velocity speeds. So ask your doctor if that would be appropriate so you can start to get your muscles to strengthen. When did you have the rotator cuff repair?
July. That's 2 months ago.
Okay. So they may not even want you to do those either with, you know, right? So you might have to wait a while before you can do these.
Yeah, I'm still going to physical therapy because I'm just starting to be able to move my hand a little bit towards my back.
Yeah. The rotator cuff is a really big surgery.
Yes.
So ask your doctor when you're in there, or your physical therapist might even have a really great idea, and see what maybe if one of your knees is better than the other, you can stand on that one leg, and let's just start to get these muscles contracting and building, because that's really what you need. So what this tells me, I think people who weaken their muscles, instead of let's calling it old age, right?
Okay.
I think it's people who don't really stay in their power and give their power away to others. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you can actually start to make different choices in your life to enhance your power and choose what's in your best interest instead of giving your power away. And that's going to help your body heal too and strengthen your muscles.
Wow. Super.
Okay.
So now, does that mean like my chakras, do they look okay then?
Oh yeah. I turned you over. Your chakras look great, Lauren. They're awesome. You are taking energy into every chakra in your body.
Wow.
So that means you're on track. You're moving forward. You obviously like listening to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
I do.
Thank you. And just know we have hundreds of podcasts on BeanPod. You can enter that through my website as well. All the years.
I found those too. I think in the last month, I probably listened to 30 or 40 of them. I go to bed listening to you every night because I really get so much out of it. So I really appreciate what you do. I mean, seriously.
Thank you. And Benny and Jen are looking at me because it's not BeanPod,
it's Podbean, right? Because we're all like, she got it backwards.
I always say it backwards, always. Yeah. But thank you for listening, and I'm happy you're on the right track, and I look forward to your body feeling amazing. And that's a great what if question for you. What if my body feels amazing? That's what I want you to start saying.
Okay. And I did today. What if I get to talk to Maria?
Oh, good manifesting.
All morning.
Good manifesting.
Well played.
Love it. Have a great day.
Thanks, Lauren, for joining us. 877-825-8828. And we'll take now Rebecca, who's calling in from Raleigh. Looks like. Yeah.
Oh,
hi, Rebecca.
North Carolina?
Hi, how you guys doing today?
Good.
Great. We're great. Thank you. How are you?
Good. I am hoping that you can help me shift my perception of the situation into a more comfortable way for me to process like these emotions.
Okay, so you're going to have to spill the beans a little bit since I don't have a...
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So my sister and I, we are super close. I've always had this great relationship, and it is admittedly fairly codependent.
I was going to say it's kind of one-sided, meaning you support her and then she likes you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't see it that way, but maybe there's a part of my subconscious that sees it that way, which is making.
And
me
I'm
feel
not
so
saying I don't
uncomfortable
like
right
her.
now.
I'm not saying that I don't like her. I like her, but she is a little bit picky and she's a little demanding, and you compromise, and then she likes you. You see what I mean?
Yeah. So the dynamic, we ended up having a conversation over the summer that was beautiful, open, and it's going to create growth for both of us. I know that, but it was about this codependent dynamic and she having self-worthiness issues and me having people pleaser, let me fix you issue.
Isn't that what I was just saying?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
We recognize this and we
Great.
both understand that these are
Good.
things that we have to kind of step back from each other
Yeah.
to work on independently.
Right.
But since that conversation, our relationship has been like,
But that's
void
normal.
of that closeness.
That's normal. You know, so whenever we're going to make a change, it's going to be awkward initially. And so here's what I think will be important for you, because you're highly empathetic. You can feel her, blah, blah, blah. And you feel the void more than she does. She honestly doesn't feel the void that you do. And all you can do is stay in your own lane and take care of yourself. Stop looking over the fence at her and trying to figure it out and trying to come her back and have her come back into your yard. You want to be less of a caretaker, so you have to stop caretaking. At some point, you have to stop. Right?
So that is easy for me to do when I'm in North Carolina and she's in New York. I've been able to keep a good perspective, but I'm headed to New York tomorrow.
Great.
And it's literally been like ripping me apart this week that I don't know how to act when I'm around her, because when I do my natural thing of just staying positive and I love her, like I'm not upset with her, and I put that smile on and it's not something that anybody else in the family knows is going on, I feel like I'm being fake.
You are.
So I need to like understand why that's not fake.
And I'm so proud of you for knowing that. I have a fake smile. When it comes on my face, I know that I'm in trouble. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm not really happy. I'm not really enjoying myself. I'm overgiving right now.
I think a lot of people know that smile.
Actually,
that
they
smile.
don't. Honestly,
What?
they don't know my fake smile.
No, not yours. They have their own.
Yes.
Like everyone else has one too. It's not
Actually,
yours.
I don't think a lot of people do know that, Benny, honestly. And that's why I'm so proud of Rebecca. I mean, obviously, you know yours. I know mine. Jen says she knows hers. Rebecca, you know yours, which is amazing. But most people don't know that fake smile, because we just go into automatic pilot of taking care of everyone and compromising and being the bad guy or just not getting what we want. So here's what I want you to do, Rebecca. And what a great conversation we're having too, by the way. I want you to, when you're in those moments, be very loving to yourself, because people who overgive typically didn't get enough nurturing when they were kids, or there's a past life component to it. Let's just say there is a past life component to it. So when you don't get enough nurturing and you're really empathetic, you always want to make sure that everybody else feels nurtured. But then you don't get nurtured because you're taking care of everyone else and no one's taking care of you, and you don't even get to say how you feel. So what I want you to do is just say this to yourself silently when you're in those modes. Rebecca, I love you, honey. I'm proud of you. You're a wonderful person. I'm sorry you're feeling kind of uncomfortable right now, but you're going to get through this. I love you so much. And then I think you're going to relax, move out of the fakeness, and maybe say something that's authentic for you, which will be really nice. You guys don't know how to dance yet, consistently in that authentic energy. And of course it's uncomfortable, but you will. You're going to figure it out and it's going to be great.
Okay. Thank you so much. That is so helpful.
Good.
I will.
And have fun in New York. I think they have, I think there's a Nordstrom's now on Fifth Avenue. Like Nordstrom's has never been on the East Coast. And I think they just made a new store. Yeah. It's never been on the East Coast. Unless they didn't open it due to COVID. But if it's there, please go shopping for me, okay?
I will think of you.
Okay, all right. Have a good day.
And then you can send it back to us. Like,
I don't need
I'm just kidding.
I don't need a thing. Honestly, just go in the store, walk around, and look at purses. I don't know. Have some fun.
That's funny. Real fast. We have 2 minutes left in the show. We are going to sneak in Kristen calling in from Boulder, Colorado, and that'll do it for the day. So, Kristen, hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Great, Kristen. Hi. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if I could get a little career reading. I've been really stressed lately.
Really? About what? Because I think you know what you want to do. Is this true? Okay. Are you doing it?
I love my job, but it's really stressful, and I'm thinking I should leave.
I don't think you love your job.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, that was easy. That was easy.
Just hooked it.
Right. That was great. Okay. I love that. Okay. So you do not love your job, but I love that you said that, because I want you to love, like, even if people have problems with their DNA, I want you to still love them and cherish them and have moments of authentic joy together. Right. So I love that you said you love your job, but the truth is you don't. So what do you want to really do? Because that's what they told me. Your guide said, she knows. What do you want to really do?
I really want to make websites for people and have my own client base.
Well, I mean, if I
I
told you how much I paid for my most recent website, I mean, you're going to be raking it in is all I can say. So go ahead and do your wonderful work. Go ahead. Okay?
I love your website, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I will let them both know. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We wish you many, many joyful blessings and enormous self-love.
And like Kristen, don't dance around your truth. Speak it.
Oh, that sounds great. Okay. Have a good day. Bye-bye.